Welcome to the third Systems of Inequalities video. I'm going to do an example of how to solve another system of inequalities, just so you can have another example in your notes. So here's my system of inequalities, and oh no! My inequalities aren't in slope-intercept form. So that's the first thing I'm going to have to take care of. So let's look at my first inequality. I have 2y minus x is less than 4. 2y minus x less than 4. I want to isolate y, that's my goal, so I'm going to add x to both sides. I get 2y less than 4 plus x. Divide by 2 on both sides. Notice I did the whole side, not just the 4, not just the x, but both the 4 and the x. I get y is less than 2 plus 1/2 x. Got this inequality in slope-intercept form. Awesome. Now look at the second inequality. I have y plus x is less than 4. I'm going to need to subtract x on both sides. I get y is less than 4 minus x. And again, I've gotten this inequality in the slope-intercept form as well. So I'm going to take these over to my grid, over to my coordinate plane. I'm going to start by plotting my y-intercept. So for my first equation, that's 4. So I'll go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and make my first point. So I'll do this one in green. And now I have a slope of negative x, which means I'm going to go down 1 to the right 1 in order to get my next point. Down 1 to the right 1, down 1 to the right 1. And I'll keep repeating this until I get a line. And notice I'm going to keep this as a dashed line because I have less than, not less than or equal to. I'll do the other inequality in blue, and it has a y-intercept of 2, so there's my first point at y equals 2. And it has a slope of 1/2. So a slope of 1/2 means I'm going to go up 1 to the right 2 to get each point. So up 1 to the right 2, 1 to the right 2, 1 to the right 2. And there's my second inequality. Now I need to test each region, and I'll outline my regions in orange. I need to test each of these until I find one that contains a solution that makes both inequalities true at the same time. So looking at my regions, I notice this bottom region, well, that one contains the point 0, 0, and that is my favorite point to test. Because adding 0 and multiplying by 0 are oh so easy. So I'm going to substitute that point into my inequality. So I have 0 is less than 4 minus 0. 0 less than 4. And if I know anything, 0 is less than 4. So it works for my first inequality, but I'm not done. Both inequalities have to be true at the same time. So I'm going to have to plug in this point to my other inequality. So I get 0 less than 2 plus 1/2 times 0. Well, 1/2 times 0 is 0, plus 2 is 2. 0 less than 2. I chose the right region on the first try. Both my inequalities are satisfied with points from this region. So now I'm going to shade the region. So any point that I choose in this region is a solution to my system of inequalities. I hope that this video helps you get started on your systems of inequalities classwork. If you have any questions, ask a peer quietly. If they can't answer, write it down and save it for me for tomorrow.